Okay, right now we're at the final stages of blue coal, or in any breaker, the loading of the train gondolas. Right here you have 3 bays where these train cars would come in here. Now, right after the coal left the Menzies cones, the coal would fall on to one of these conveyors above here. These conveyors would raise and lower as the train cars came in. As you can see above here, there are numerous small nozzles. That is where the coal would be sprayed as famous blue coal right before it went into the cars here. You can see a lot of the overcast spray that it was actually like a sky blue color that it was actually sprayed. Here, the maximum output was a little more or a little less than 1,000 tons an hour. This breaker would put out over 7,000 tons a day of prepared anthracite into the market. On its refuse bank, it dumped out less than 1% of burnable material. So this breaker was essentially 99% efficient when it was operating. Now we're going to take a walk up top and look into the command post position, which you can see here. This is really a truly remarkable sight here to see this, where it was all loaded into the train cars. So we'll take a look up top. Alright, now here we are at the top here. You can see the top of this conveyor where the coal would come down to the train cars. Right now, if this was operating, the tops of the train cars wouldn't be too much below us. And these conveyors would raise and lower into the train car to reduce the chance of the coal breaking. And once again, you can see the sprayers that would spray the coal blue, or blue coal, right before it entered the cars. Now over here was the command post here, I guess you could call it, where an operator would control all these conveyors when the trains were coming through. They have their controls here, and they have a full 180-degree view of the cars coming in and leaving the facilities here.
Okay, right behind the coal breaker itself is the door thickener, which is right back in here, this big tank. Now this is something that is common with a lot of these big coal breakers, something that a lot of you may have seen before, and you might wonder what it is. You can see here this huge big tank of water. This is what's called the door thickener, and basically how this worked is very simple. You could see the pipes running back inside the breaker. When the coal would be washed, as you know, being mixed with the heavy media and coal silt and stuff like that, the water would become very dirty. So there had to be a way to clean the water and remove all the particles in it. The water would be pumped from inside the breaker into this tank, which was called the door thickener. In the center there is a motor, and connected to the bottom of it are giant rakes, which are underneath this water. That motor would spin those rakes very slowly, and the purpose of the rakes was to agitate the water so that the particles of dirt and media would settle to the bottom of the tank, and the clean fresh water would float to the surface, which would then be pumped back inside the breaker and reused.